Greetings and great rising. Greetings and great rising. Good afternoon or good evening. Wherever you are in your day, wherever you are on your journey, welcome, and or welcome back. What's up to my warriors, Ashe, to my ANC crew, to my tribe, Ayibobo, Asheyo. I got a new book today and I just wanted to come through and share it, see what it's all about. Actually, it's an oldie but goodie, baby. Yes, we are talking about Jambalaya by Yeye Louise Teach, baby. Ashe, Louisa Teach. Ayibobo, Asheyo. I'm going to go ahead and get it open. How are y'all feeling on this self-care, self-love, Sacred Sunday, or whatever day you are viewing this, watching this? How are you feeling? I feel dope. I feel peace. I feel good. Ashe. Yes. So, Jambalaya. I have Jambalaya. This is my very first copy of Jambalaya. Baby, as you can see, we've been through some things. We have been through some things. I've had this book for over 5 years now, and I really worked it. I really worked it. I want to say shout out to the sister who, when I did my last live in regards to Jambalaya, she was like, oh no sis, we can't have that. And she sent me a brand new copy. It was a sister that I'd never even met before. She was just checking out my video. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. And she was like, yeah, no, I'm going to send you a new copy. And she did, Ashe. And I haven't opened this one. And I'm so grateful to the sister for doing that, because it looks as if since Louisa Teach has a new Jambalaya, or as a revise, a revamp, upgraded or updated version of the original, or so it says. It looks as if this cover is going to be pretty much hard to find. You can find a lot of them used. You may be able to find them on Etsy or, places like that. But as far as, I guess being a part of the masses, is now moving over to the new edition. Ashe. So I'm so grateful that I have a really good copy of the original, because yeah, I definitely will want that in my arsenal. I've seen Jambalaya going on sale, well, not even like going on sale, but people are selling it for like $30 and $40. So yes, if you have your copy, baby, take care of it. Ashe. So Jambalaya is the natural woman's book of personal charms and practical magic. Ashe. And I really love this book. I really, truly love this book. I think that this book is a little underrated. I know a lot of people have heard of it, but it doesn't seem to get the attention or the, in my world, just me, Ashe, the wordage, getting that message out in regards to how dope this book is. When I was doing research on seeing if there were any reviews on the revised, I was surprised not to see that anyone was talking about Jambalaya at all, whether it was from the original or the revised, updated copy. Ashe. So I said, well, baby, listen, I'm getting it anyway, so why not just come on here and, see what it's all about together. Ashe. So on the back, it says a marvelous blend of memoir, folk wisdom, and Afro-American beliefs. A book of startling remembrance, revelations, directives, and imperatives filled with the mysticism, wisdom, and common sense of the African religion of the mother. Ashe. It should be read with the same open-minded love in which it was written. Alice Walker, author of The Color Purple. And if you haven't read The Color Purple, baby, do yourself a favor, because books are always more detailed and involved, more so than the movie. The movie has to cut out a lot of things, to get it in that time frame in which is, manageable for us to sit there and watch it. Ashe. But if you've ever had any questions in regards to The Color Purple, like how did Celie and Mr. Ashe, how did they become friends in the end? It's things like that. It's in the book, and it actually leads up to it, so shout out to Alice Walker. Ashe. So on the back of this one, it says, the original, it says, Jambalaya is a gift open to all people, a gift of ancient traditions, a gift of stories and celebrations, a gift of Tish, own history and voice, the voice of a strong, knowledgeable, and wise Black woman. And that comes from Starhawk, the author of Truth or Dare, Ashe. So as you can see right off the back, it's a little different. We're talking more so, we're focusing on the wording of it all in regards to African traditions, and not just broadly basing it for a book of the all, even though it is a book of the all, because it's more so of a spirituality experience, of a personal spiritual journey, Ashe. But the thing that I love about Jambalaya is the memoir part of it all. Her telling her stories, her folklores, her legends, her patakis in regards to her family history and her family lineage. Just reading it, the way that the words come off the page, it's like you can actually hear her, like you're sitting there at the feet of an elder, and you're really absorbing what she has to say. It doesn't give me the feeling of, oh, I'm reading a book, or this is a good book. Like, this for me is my holy grail, Ashe. I love that the wording and the verbiage is very clear. It's very to the point. Jambalaya gives me everything. I mean, I've laughed, I've cried. There are poems in here, stories in here. It talks of the Orishas and the days of the week, and things like that. And if I'm not mistaken, it's on page 114, 115, because this is my jam. So I'm not even gonna mess with that. Y'all just gonna have to see OG. Ashe. Yeah, so we have 106, the African deities listed there. Yeah, baby. 114, 115. You have the chart of the 7 African powers, and it actually goes into the altar, which is the saints, days and numbers, country and own places, cloth and bead colors, favorite animals and objects. It also talks about food, ritual greetings, planet, as well as places in the house. So yeah, when I first started my journey, Jambalaya was my jam. I do know that there are a lot of people that rocks with Sacred Woman. Well, I feel about Jambalaya how other sisters feel about Sacred Woman. And I have Sacred Woman too, baby, and it definitely gets you through, but it doesn't hold the place that Jambalaya, let me flip it around, that Jambalaya holds for me, Ashe, because while Sacred Woman is focusing more so on you, rightfully and righteously so, Ashe, because baby, sacred word and sacred movement, or sacred silence and sacred movement, that was my jam. Those are still my jam of the whole book, and I've gone through the whole book with some sisters, and thank you so much for that experience. Thank you so much for allowing me to really go in and shed the layers. Ife Asa does Sacred Woman take you through the courses, and you can move at your pace while keeping along with the group. Ashe. So yeah, if you're looking for someone to go through Jambalaya with, we have Ife Asa, and I do believe that I have another sister. I'm not sure if she's still doing it, but Tawana, my sister Wana, I'll double check to see if she's still doing it as well. And I do know that she was keeping it on a more smaller scale, a more intimate, personal scale. But yeah, she's now a doula, so she may be doing her doula-ship. And yeah, I'm not sure where she falls in that process, but I digress. We're talking about Jambalaya, baby. Yeah, so Jambalaya, it really helped put me on my spiritual path. Like once you accept who you are and what you're about, and whether you've worked Sacred Woman or any other come through Breeze, yes, or any other self-help spiritual journey type book, Jambalaya for me will be next on deck. I was really impressed with the knowledge to come through, and such a elder as Yeye talking about it. And I know, no disrespect, I know she's not my Yeye, but she is my Yeye. Ashe, yes. So let's look. I could talk about Jambalaya and Elder Louisa Tish all day. So let's just see, the comparisons of this book. So I'm gonna crack it open. So the very first page is just showing Jambalaya. The second page is pretty much showing the same thing. Jambalaya, a natural woman's book, personal charms and practical rituals. Take that. It's right, you know, personal charms and practical rituals. Louisa Tish, introduction by Starhawk. And this is, the publishers are, are Harper One. Ashe. Ashe. So Jambalaya originally was copyrighted in 1985 and then again in 2021. So this is the 21 edition, Ashe. Yes, and then it says, this book is dedicated to my three mothers, Yemeya Olukulun, Mademoiselle Marie Laveau, she who whispers, Mojoba, Mojuba, Ashe. Yes. And then on the first page of the OG, I might be missing some pages. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I might be missing some pages. Hold up. Nope. Okay, so with the original, it jumps right into, after you see the Jambalaya, after you see this, and the font is a little different. Yeah, so that's the font on the original. This is the font on the new one. There looks to be actual people, like a pic art, a collage of real people on the cover, as to where this one looks more like the corn goddess, Ashe. Maybe one of the Urzulis, Ayi Bobo, Ashe-yo. Then we have the acknowledgements. So in the OG, it gets directly to the table of contents and then the acknowledgements. The acknowledgement is pretty much the same. In Afro-diasporic spiritual traditions, we acknowledge the work of those who have gone before us and invoke the aid of those who stand with us by saying, Ki Nakan Mas, Ashe, don't quote me on that. To the following people, I give sweet coconut, respect, and gratitude for making me and this book what we are today. And then it goes on, Ashe. And then it has an author's note, Jambalaya 2021. And then from here, this one, the OG goes into a preface of reclaiming our magic, Ashe. So let's just take a look into the author's note from 2021. Jambalaya, the Natural Woman's Book of Personal Charms and Practical Rituals, was published in 1985. To this day, it continues to be used by individuals, including men, Ashe, and groups, and is regarded as a woman's spirituality classic. Baby, told you, Holy Grail. It is definitely my classic, Ashe. It brought the worldview, spiritual culture, and the ritual practices of the African diaspora out of the shadows of spookisms, come through, and into the light of accessible spiritual knowledge. Let's stop right there. So yeah, this is why I love Jambalaya. Like I said, you know, it's so clean and it's so simple and it's so full of love, you know, that as you're reading it, as you're taking in what resonates for you, you know that it's coming from a place of love. You're open to receive, even if it's on a sense of curiosity. You know what I'm saying? But trust and believe, if you're reading something, if you're listening to something, whether you resonate or not, it definitely gets in. Ashe. Ashe. And that's the thing that I love. You can't help but feel the love. You can't help but feel the comfort. You know, this book is so well written that she feels like family. You know, Elder Louisa Tish. Ashe. Ashe. It clarified the role of women in the spiritual culture, and it invited a respectful kinship with people of other cultures. Ashe. Very importantly, it provided the reader with nature-based rituals and practices to promote spiritual growth. And baby, I can confirm, I can testify, because you cannot testify without a test, baby, that yes, it does promote and encourage spiritual growth if you work it and if you allow Jambalaya to work you. Yeah, you're guaranteed some growth, i.e. Bobo. Since its publication, the book has been translated into several languages. Its content has informed human potential conferences and have been included in many anthologies and academic writings and creative notifications. Additionally, it has inspired visual arts, work of fiction, plays, songs, and choreography. Ashe. In the past 30 years, many things have changed. In 1985, the traditions discussed in Jambalaya were considered fragile, nope, were considered fringe, and were often oversimplified. Okay. Like I said, it was very simple. Ashe. Ashe. Today, these traditions have gained global recognition and respect. Thank you for those who have come before us, for leaving the breadcrumbs, the gems, the knowledge, the pearls of wisdom, and keeping our faith-based religion and spiritual practices alive. Ayi Bobo! Ashe yo. Yes, yes, yes. And for those who continue to teach, to learn, and share, yes, rockage, all my love and sincerity unto you. Ashe, ashe. In the past 30 years, many things have changed. In 1985, the tradition discussed in Jambalaya were considered fringe and were often oversimplified. Today, these traditions have gained global recognition and respect. The World Congress of Orisha Tradition and Culture is attended by representatives from over 100 countries. And then it gives www.afrocubaweb.com, www.afrocubaweb.com /OrishaCongress.htm. The grove of the goddess Oshun in Osobo, Nigeria, has been declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. They give a website for that as well. That is www.travelwaka.com /Oshun Osogbo Sacred Grove A UNESCO World Heritage Site in Nigeria /. That's a lot. And the practices of the tradition, which has been maligned in the past, have been declared legal by the Supreme Court of the United States. Baby, so basically what they're saying is that the pathway of the Orisha has been passed by the court of law, the Supreme Court, the highest of our land, Ashe. Church of the Lukemi Babalu Aye, V City of Heli in 1993. Fall is now widely celebrated as the season of the ancestors. Did I not say that? Yes. Oh, I love when spirit guides and spirit leads and you're open to receive, because all last year, that's what I've been calling it wholeheartedly. I've been saying it, lightly for the last few years. But last year, I really went in and I really honed in on autumn being Ancestors Month. Not just, All Saints Eve and All Hallows Eve and Halloween and, Thanksgiving, because I call Thanksgiving Ancestors Day. It is the whole season. Yes, baby. Yes. Come through. And the goddess Oya is revered as the boss lady of the cemetery, chapter 4. So, yeah. And then it goes on. So, let me just see. I like that. Yes. Already, first impressions, I am loving the way that this revised copy of Jambalaya is taking place and taking shape. So, part 1, we have the Whisper Wisdoms, which is different here because in the OG... Oh, okay. No. Part 1, it just looks a little different. Okay, part 1, you have the Whispering Wisdom, and then we have Whispering Wisdom. So it looks the same, but it looks different. So this is the OG, and this is the new one. Ashe. Ashe. Hoodoo Mama. Yes, and it still starts off with Hoodoo Mama. And it does look as if um the print is much cleaner. Where here it's a little dark. This one is coming through much nicer. Yes. Hoodoo Mama. Wooden stairs scrubbed with red brick. Holy water sprinkled on the floor. St. Michael slays that old demon. Quiet like behind the front door. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, she cries. Come in here and sit down. Coffee is sipped from a Dematisse cup in my mama's part of town. Don't cross your legs at the table. Beware the cook that don't eat. Mind your home training for company. Don't dare sweep that old man's feet. A frenzy is running around outside, scratching up gree-gree, rattlesnake skins and mud bone fins, round a blue plate of Congolese. Back yonder in the burning barrel, there's sulfur and rags of flame, wrapped in red thread, and under it, 9 times she writs somebody's name. Beyond the fence, things are growing, cow greens, milkweed, and devil's bread. Sunday morning, she's stuffed scratched. Nope. Sunday morning, she's stiff starched and Catholic all tonight. White rag on her head. Ask the woman where she's going, or dare to ask her where she's been. You'll find bluing water on your doorstep, and you're breathing, deceased by the wind. Being as how I am her daughter, I dare to ask one time, Mama, you know about hoodoo? Child, you must be out your mind. Who don't hear death's rattle or know how to talk with a frog? Common sense is what the Lord gave you. There's prophecy in the bark of a dog. Listen, I love that. Yes. Chapter 1 is called Growing Up Tipsy. And it is the same for the OG. Let me see. Oh, I just came across Friends. Listen. Pouring money. Okay, let me see. This says page 40. Let me see what's on page 40. So Friends is on 41 here. Yeah. So let me see. Oh, so she jumps right into it. With the revised copy, it looks as if it jumps right on into it. It does. The first work, Household Magic, to spiritually cleanse a house, is on there. So this is on page 19 in the OG, and this is on page 22. So either the font is larger or there's a little bit more to say. But yeah. And then it says, to make a bed for sound sleep. I'm reading from the new, from the revised copy. The fuzzball to ensure domestic tranquility. And it gives you ingredients: a butter knife, a wooden bowl, a piece of white cloth, 3 pennies, an old one, a birth year one, and a current one. And I use that across the board in my practices, especially when I'm going to the crossroads to give my gratitude and thanks and offerings to Papa Legba, which takes place on Mondays. Ashe, ashe. A package of grated sweetened coconut, a jar of honey, and a little fresh water. Yeah, okay. It has a remedy to try in here in regards to how to stop gossip. Then you get to the winding path, which is chapter 2. A winding path is still on chapter 2. And it looks as if, yeah. Okay, okay. It talks about a bit of Haiti on page 34, giving you some yummy goodness and background on that. The Western Witch on page 52. The Da, talking about the universe. And then it should be like the fa, the da, the nomo, the ashe. And then we have the EBG. We have the feminine and masculine energies of the sun and the moon, ashe. Mawu and Lisa, some would say, ashe, ashe. The fourth work, loving the earth. It talks about ingredients. To the earth, a prayer before mealtime, blessing while cooking, yes. Ancestor reverence. Talks about death and reincarnation. The Igungun, Ashe, or the Igun, which is the ancestors, Ashe. The generic African woman. I've always been a fan of that. Yes. The smallest altar. So it does go into talking about how to build your shrine, how to create and build an altar, even the smallest altar, Ashe. A non-day altar, outdoor altar. The elaborate indoor altar, a question of reverence. Dispelling unwanted igun, so dispelling unwanted ancestors or the departed or the dead, Ashe. Multicolored Mama, another poem that I love. Yes. Rituals for the extended family, pouring libations, which I do every rising, Ashe. First feast, yes. Attendance is in here. Weekly feast, the extended family, prayer for the living, prayer for the yet unborn, self-blessing, sweet silence, joyful noise, joyful, joyful noise, we adore thee. The mother tongue, okay. Possession, the oracle, dreams, talks about, it touches on dreams here. And that's all a part of the ancestor, it says ancestral journey. Yes. Then it goes on to working the rainbow, part 3. Anytime I see anything about a rainbow, I'm automatically thinking about Dambala and Ayida Wido come through. Beneath Mary's skirt. And it says something was missing from Western religion. The slaves had to reshape Christianity to make it fit their own. They hid beneath Mary's skirt and continued to worship their own deities. And this is why I love our traditions, folklores, and patakis, because we have them too, and they're beautiful. But of course they're demonized and they're frowned upon, and oh my gosh, oh so scary. But Greek mythology is beautiful, Asian mythology is beautiful, Irish mythology is beautiful, Hindu mythology is beautiful, and it's all the same energy, you know what I'm saying? So we have it too, and that's one of the reasons that I love this book, because it does hone in. This takes place on the chart of the 7 African powers is on 128. And then in the OG, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go through this because the OG, and I'm sure it's in here, the 7 African powers, the Haitian Loa. Let's see. The African deities, Catholic saints and correspondence, yes. So we talked about those. And it gives you nice categories and breakdowns. So easy studying. This book can fit anywhere. Then it goes into its own little personal stories, just like the OG does, talking about Ilagua, Obatala, Yemiya, Yansa, Oya, or Oya Yansa. But my sister told me it's Yansa Oya, so that's how I say it. Oshun Urzuli. And Oshun and Urzuli giving you the same energies, but from different traditions, different faith-based practices, different religions. Ashe, Ashe. Oshun more so of Ifa and the Orishas, and Urzuli is more from voodoo, specifically Haitian voodoo. Then you have Shango, Ogun, the enchanted spirits. And then it gives you the the 7 African powers, and then the Haitian Loa. So Ilegua and the Orishas is being linked to, that's a good way of putting it, Robin, Legba, Confor, Carafor, Dambala, and Aida Wido. Obatala is linked to Batala, as well as Saint Blanc. Yemiya is Lasarin, Balayin, Agawe, Oya, Mama Brigitte, Baron Samdi, the Gades, Oshun, Urzali Frida Dihomi, Shango, Dambala, La Flambeau, Ogun, Ogun Federale, Ogun Shango, Ashe, Ashe. And for those that don't know, there's like a whole nation of Oguns. There's a whole nations of Legbas, Eleguas, Papa Legbas, a whole nation of the Urzulis, Ashe, Ashe. So, just make sure that you're doing your research and really understanding what it is that you are meant to take in spiritually. This is where you will want to take everything to your altar. Just because it's written in a book doesn't make it the gospel. Ashe. Only you can make it the gospel. ... For you. And even when you do, leave room for change, leave room for growth, leave room for a deeper and better understanding of what it is, that you are researching and learning and the path that you're walking. Ashe. Ashe. So it goes into giving you charms in regards to the 7 African powers. They even give you a picture. And it's the same for the OG of, dressing an eggplant for Oya. Ashe. Ashe. Treasure from a dead man's chest. Mother of the spirits. And here we're talking about, we got to be talking about Marie Laveau, because I'm seeing crypt number 3 in St. Louis Cemetery, number 1 at the owner of the basin and the Conti Streets. This is Mademoiselle. Yeah, she's definitely talking about Marie Laveau here, who I love so dearly. The Crescent Blues, the Crescent City Blues, talking about NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi. Ashe, Ashe. And NOLA and New Orleans are the same. And I mean, no disrespect for those New Orleans who don't rock with that. Ashe. It's all love. Because I know there's some Baltimoreans that don't rock with Be More, but it's all love. Creole Gumbo, Ashe. And this is in regards to, if I'm not mistaken, this is like, I just heard back down memory lane. This would be one of her memoir entries. Ashe. And yeah, when I've read Jambalaya for the first time, the way that she was telling the story, it just reminded me of the way my family told stories, So it's like that oral practice passed down from generation to generation to generation, and maybe elaborated or exaggerated or shortened or, whatever, turned into a ghost story. You know what I'm saying? My mom was famous for that, taking family stories and turning it into a ghost story, just to give that little excitement, cutting off all the lights and lighting the candle and, smoking her cigarette and just talking. And, she could really tell a story. Come through, Nettie Cornelia. Ashe, Ayibo, Bo. Ashe, yo, I love you, mommy. But yes, yeah, I'm going to dig a little deeper. Of course, I'm going to read this book because it seems like they're going to be little nuggets weaved in. It's not going to be so blatant in your face what the revisions are or what the additions are. So yeah, I'm definitely going to read it again. And since this is my holy grail, it never hurts to get refreshed and to see how she's saying things have changed. So be on the lookout for an actual review once I'm done reading this. Oh, and she still has the herbs and the color of baths, health problems and what you can do in regards to that. Cleaning baths, it gives you like the number and cycles of times that you must do these baths. White bath, yellow bath, blue bath, green bath, red bath, purple bath, and you can use food coloring to do that. And then it tells you what to wash with: salt, honey, seashells, white sage leaves or flowers, stones, 2 whole eggs. It's things like that. Candle classification chart. It tells you about the different colors and, where and how to use them on your altar. Ayibobo. Incense. Setting up for a candle ritual. She gives you a diagram of that. Yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah, so yeah. That's it. That is it. It does feel good. You hear that? Where this one is more of a smoother. It feels like that regular book. This one has a little bit of texture to it. It's a little something extra on it. But yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Even if it doesn't change a thing, like it could be word for word, you know, that's how I feel about Jambalaya, you know. I feel about Jambalaya like I feel about Mary J. It don't matter what she dropped. I'm buying it. Yeah, so if you have Jambalaya, you know, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the book, or let me know how deeply you rock with it. What is your favorite part of Jambalaya? And if Jambalaya is new to you, baby, listen, from what I can see, it does still have the same yummy goodness that it has in the OG. And again, it does say it has some additions added to it because times have changed. And let this be a message. Time have changed. So that means that our laws, Orishas, and spiritual guides, spiritual counsel, they change as well. You know what I'm saying? So don't be so rigid. And let me not say that so strongly, because I do know some people, most people, they rock traditionally. I'm not a traditionalist, and unless it comes to, you know, certain things, but I'm always open to change. Ashe. So as we grow and change and, you know, evolve, so does our Orishas, spirit guides, Luas, ancestors. Ashe, Ashe. Thank you so much for checking me out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to see more book reviews, let me know in the comments down below. Peace, peace, peace.